2, 1. Now we have gathered again. We have our music a little more controllable so we can actually hear things. And that way we can say, welcome, friends and viewers. It is time for another edition of the What We Like podcast. Sitting here at this table are my cohorts and co-hosts in crime here. Why don't we start with this lovely lady next to me? Who are you, ma'am?
Hi, I'm Mackenzie.
She is very much indeed Mackenzie. And all the way down on the end?
Still Charlie.
He is still Charlie. We thought he might have been somebody different. He was not. He is still
Charlie. Doesn't work.
And he's going to Germany soon.
He's going to Germany soon.
I would not turn that down. No, not at all.
Shut the fuck up, this is German.
You know Chris can speak German?
Which Chris?
IT.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that.
Reinhardt.
No.
Yeah,
never
he's
mind.
German, and he speaks, I don't know, fluent, but, he speaks fluent. I guess I don't know German.
I know Willkommen. I know Weinpenponen.
What are you saying? Do you know what you're saying? Or you're just
Yeah, it's all.
you know sounds?
Trust me, I'm a fat guy. It's all going to be different kind of foods. So that would be what it's going to be. I can say.
I know French then, like French fries.
I know.
I thought it was funny.
That's
I
right.
know redneck French. Redneck French is where you're supposed to say "Merci beaucoup, s'il vous plaît," but in redneck French it comes out "Mercy buckets and a seafood plate."
We are not international.
I used to speak a little bit of French like in high school, but that's long gone.
I had classes in high school that
You
were in
should
French.
be able to speak French too.
Why?
Well, which form of ballet did you study?
The one that included him introducing himself to ballerinas.
Oh,
That would
was a
just
good
be
one.
my guess.
I met a lot of those.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, they were nice.
Oh, nice.
So, folks, you are probably sitting here wondering, why are we here?
We don't know.
goodness.
Mostly because our bail bondsman got us out and said we had to stay close together. And mostly because it's the What We Like podcast. And you know what? If you wanted to email us,
I'm ready.
does anybody know how if somebody could email us?
I think I know this
Why
one.
don't you go ahead and tell us?
It's at the what we like PC at gmail.com.
Oh, there we go. What we like PC at gmail.com. Even like our cheesy green sign back. Whoops, hold on. I got to
It
go back that way.
looks so
Yeah.
good. I'm be Vanna White.
There was a lot of frog skins used to make that. What does that PC stand for? Is that for podcast?
No.
What could it stand for?
No.
What could it
No.
stand for if it was not for
Let's
podcast?
see. Charlie.
Oh, I get to go first.
Mr.
this time.
Charles.
Oh, come on, be something.
Sir Charles.
Be something that. Ugh.
Ew, I'm nervous.
Powdered cucumber. Ugh.
Ew.
Those are two words that do start with a P and a C.
Ugh.
So that is possible.
So-
Unfortunately, we're just going to go with podcast.
Yeah,
Aw,
let's
it's
stay
not
away
what
from
we
powdered
like at
cucumbers.
what we like powdered cucumbers at gmail.com.
That's right. So if you want to talk to us about powdered cucumbers, you can email us at what we like powdered
What do
cucumber
you think that would
PC.
taste like? Like if you freeze dried.
I don't like cucumbers.
I'm going to guess it's very cucumbery in a powdery form.
Yeah, I'm not big on.
I'm
not
gonna
big on.
bring cucumbers next time.
As
And
we
y'all
get
can have them because I'm not going to eat any.
as we get going, we want to say some thank yous real quick. First, we want to talk to our very first subscriber. He's the super cool Big Daddy that was the first subscriber to the show. So let's go. Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
All right. That's because we love him. Second, we want to thank our buddy Drake Soberhead.
So Drake.
Yeah, the Drake with the last name that I have
Drake.
problems saying. Thanks.
Thank
Now
you,
that I'm
Drake.
thanking him, he's going to go, why can't you say my last name? It's Drake Sobrad. He is at Sweetwater. He is the one that helps us with the lovely purveyance of these microphones, headphones, recording boards, and all the things we need so we can have a show. And then, of course, we have somebody new this week to talk about.
Ooh.
Charlie, could you tell us a little bit about who these people are?
It's Bamboo Car Wash. Greg has an exciting new thing he wants to go do soon.
Oh.
Um, we'll get to that later. But Bamboo Car Wash, they do hot waxes, shines, wheels deals, basic washes, graphene extreme.
Oh.
If you're a customer, you get free vacuums, free towels. I want to go there. I need some towels.
Charlie, have you ever thought of what it would be like to be in a car wash?
Oh no. Oh, why did I think it was water?
Well,
got
thank you,
scared.
Bamboo Car Wash, but yes, we appreciate you. Thank you.
That was cute.
Okay, do you know how long I've been waiting to do that? I'm just going to go ahead and say for all of you out there, if you have $20 that you are doing nothing with, take your butt to Amazon and buy your ass a bubble gum.
A
bubble
gum?
gun.
Bubble
gun.
Bubble gun.
It is
Bubble
well
gun.
worth the money.
Bubble gun.
And as you can see, it is festive for all occasions.
I have a second one too. Fart guns.
Mm.
No.
I did not know. I did not know that there was such an animal.
I didn't want to know.
No. It's just the sound.
Are you
not the scent.
Gru?
Actually, I did not buy it.
Are you Gru?
I had
Do
an
you have
ex-girlfriend who wanted it.
It's terrifying.
It was fun. We laughed a lot.
I would hope so. Oh my goodness. The
It just
plot thickens.
yeah. I did not
I'm
know
not
that
going
they had
anywhere with that
those,
story,
but
I don't
But
want
it's
you
fun.
to. You could keep that one to yourself.
It's fun.
you can if I could just for a minute, Olaf or Jorgen, if you guys would make a show note for us, we need to get on Amazon and look for a fart gun.
No.
I've been doing it
Veto.
myself all these years, and now that I just found out I don't have to do it myself, I can have
just
a
got
machine
it.
that does it for me.
I
So
vetoed
that's
that.
great.
No, Olaf.
Of course, we'll talk about some more friends of the show as we go on. But first, let's talk about the show because that's kind of why we're all here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about college football. Did you know that colleges had footballs?
Do you know, as of yesterday, I don't know, I didn't watch all the games yesterday, but do you know who's in the first place right now?
Would it be a...
Do you know who's in second, Mr. Charlie?
Yeah.
Who's in second?
My dogs.
And who's in first?
Some stupid team named after a bean.
A bean.
Buckeye.
Thank you. It's a nut. Crazy.
I'm not a fan. Sorry, Weedy.
OH.
Not a fan.
Can I get an IO?
I want to go ahead and admit that I was wrong. I had no idea that someone else was in first. I was thinking the Bulldogs were in first place.
They haven't played anybody serious.
I was just happy that
And y'all barely won those that you did. So.
Yeah.
And a win is a win. A win is a win.
As I was saying, I'm just glad my Seminoles are playing and have an
We still got two
undefeated
national
season so
champions
far.
under
So
our belt and undefeated.
I thought
literally for almost
Really?
for 2 seasons.
They've been
basically.
undefeated?
We haven't lost in 25 games.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's nice. Good for you.
I'd say that's
Yeah,
a pretty
actually,
damn
if
good
we-
accomplishment.
That is.
If we beat Tennessee, we'll. I'm
Was
not
that
sure
this
if it's
Saturday?
no. We play Ole Miss, which actually should be a
Oh,
really
that
good
one
game.
should be a. I heard
That's
that one's
gonna be
going to be a
really
good
good-
game. I
yeah.
know an Old Miss player, and he was saying that it's going to be a toss up, but he does think that his team can take it. So we'll see.
Well, we just lost one of our best
Yeah.
linebackers.
Yeah,
So
Oh.
I
that
don't
didn't
know.
help.
Yeah.
That's not good.
So
Well,
we'll see.
It
It's
should
going to
be a
good
fun game. Yeah,
but if
for
we
real.
beat them and then beat Tennessee, we'll. I think it's the SEC record. I don't think it's the all time.
Yeah,
But
that could be exciting for Georgia. We'll have to go down to Athens if that happens.
I mean, the last game we lost was against Alabama in the SEC championship
Oh, wow.
2 years ago.
I was about to say, yeah. It's been a minute.
Well, you guys kind of bring up an interesting question here. I'm really liking the fact that you guys are discussing and talking about a lot of different teams because that's one of the things I want to know about. No, you guys have mentioned Alabama, we've mentioned Georgia, we've mentioned Ohio, I've mentioned Florida. So we've mentioned a
Yeah.
few different teams.
Alabama had a good game this weekend too.
Who did they play?
Alabama played. Oh dear God, if you hadn't.
I put you on the spot.
No.
I can look it up.
No, who did I watched this game?
You know what? I'm betting it's another team. Because if they
Good
just
job
played one
making me
guy, it
look
would really
really
suck.
stupid. I
Well,
watched this game with my buddy, but I my
well,
sleep schedule was knocked off a little bit, so I
You
didn't.
got an
here's
extra
my
hour.
I
Let me
kinda
see. Let's see.
here's my question while you guys kind of
not
look
on
that up.
Saturday. I didn't.
We all know that we have a favorite team.
It was Alabama
Okay.
we're looking at, right?
Yeah.
And Charlie, I'm just going to guess, since you're from Georgia, your favorite team is Georgia.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Dogs.
Okay,
I've been a Dogs
and
fan for a lot of years.
I am from Georgia as well. I was born in South Fulton Hospital, or at least that's what they tell me, because I don't remember a whole lot of that back then. I might have
Oh.
been drunk.
LSU.
LSU.
How can I not remember?
But you know what?
Duh.
I have other teams, like I
Yeah?
mentioned, Florida State, that I like watching. And I also, during the year, I like watching other teams that play good football.
Oh yeah.
What other kind of teams do you guys know off the top of your head that you appreciate? If I said we were going to sit down and watch 5 games, what 5 games would you guys want to watch?
Like, are you talking about like other sports? Or are you talking about like in the
Maybe
college
football.
football realm?
In the college football realm, and I don't care what conference it is.
Do you guys follow
Like here, I'm going to say, if I was going to watch them, I would want to watch Georgia. I would want to watch Florida State. I would want to watch Alabama. I would want to watch Clemson.
Oh, Clemson.
And you know what? I know you guys are going to think I'm stupid, but I would want to watch the Rice Owls.
Oh, I don't know who they are.
Rice is a team in Houston at Rice University,
Out
and
of
the Owls.
Texas.
And when I used to play some
The
football
who?
cards, for some reason, I did not know who they were, but every time I bet on them, they won and helped me win.
Hey.
So go Rice Owls.
We love the Rice Owls.
Yeah, I'll watch them for that. So if you were just going to snuggle up on the couch with a blankie and cold weather, watch some college football, give me 4 or 5 teams that you might think would have interesting games that you want to watch.
I don't know about interesting. I definitely would go like personal. So of course,
okay, what's your personal chip picks?
Yeah, so I definitely that's who I've been following most of the Ohio Valley Conference. My brother's team, Tennessee Tech. So I've been watching his games, and then I like my homeschool, or my alma mater, I guess. FIU, the Panthers, and then Ole Miss. Because again, I know somebody on the team there, so I'd follow those 3. And then I just like to kind of know what's happening with Georgia, since I live in Georgia. And then Ohio State's my all time school.
Okay, you're
My
going to make
go-to.
another friend of ours very happy saying that.
I know.
FIU, which
I already
which one is that?
apologized to him. I already said sorry,
the
Whitney.
Panthers in Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking Florida Mid-Atlantic University. I think that's the one up by Port St. Lucie. But
This one's the Florida International University.
Gotcha. Okay.
Miami.
Yeah, they actually
All
have
right.
they have a decent team.
They've been doing okay. Yeah.
I mean, they're not in a Power 5 conference,
No.
but
Not
still,
yet. They're not.
yet.
Yeah.
But
You know,
the conferences are shifting all around.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
going to
about get
mention
crazy.
one other.
Literally though.
Appalachian State, because that's that one team
The
that
Giant Killers.
yeah, the Giant Killer.
I
That's
know
the
that
They're
one.
fun to watch.
I know that
can
one,
we
yeah.
give Charlie 5 points for that?
Yes.
They're
The
so
reason
fun
is-
to watch.
Can we do a point update?
Yeah, you can put it on there, and I'm going to
Okay.
update them.
So does everybody else know how many?
We haven't told everybody what
That's
our
what I'm
points
saying.
are.
Yeah, we haven't done an update.
Let's go ahead and
for the people. Oh, you can't even see it.
go.
Okay.
You go ahead and announce to us what the point totals are.
Charlie, with his new 5 points, has 35 points. Give it up for Charlie. Can we get some clapping or some cheering from the people in the back? Let's go. I have 45 points. I'm no longer in last. I don't know how I obtained these, but I'll take them. Thank you. And then we have Sir Gregor, who's in the lead with 50 points. Give it up for Mr. Greg.
Good job, Greg.
Just one.
There's my
One person.
All right.
Just the one person.
Yeah, that's good. The reason I award that to Charlie is because he knows they are the Giant Killers. That was the one thing I did not know about Appalachian State, but I came to learn quickly. A lot of teams play them thinking that's the cupcake game.
Not
We're going to
anymore.
just squash them. Yeah. And Appalachian State has a tendency to tee off on them.
And do you know who they did it to first? You'll like this.
No, I did not.
And I can't remember the actual year, but everybody lost their minds because Michigan
Hey,
Told you you'd like this.
Michigan.
Michigan's in trouble right now.
Yeah, it still has to go through a
I
process
know.
and investigation. So
I'm just saying.
yeah, my buddy was asking about it. He's like, "Is that going to affect him in the playoffs or anything?"
Probably
It won't
not.
do anything for him
Yeah.
this year. It'll, if anything, it'll affect him
He
next
just
year.
stepped down 2 days ago, though. He resigned.
You
Harbaugh
know,
did?
I don't know names, but the guy that like actually was going out and getting
Oh no, that's not Harbaugh.
no.
No, it was like he
I know.
was
I don't. Yeah.
they.
I don't
That's
know
what they
names.
do.
That's what I
That's
mean.
what
Like
they
I
do.
don't know
I
names.
can't remember the guy's name.
And wasn't it the offensive coordinator or something like that? I thought.
No, he was like video analysis guy or
Oh,
something. Yeah,
okay,
it's never going to
okay.
be a head coach or an assistant
That
coach
takes
or
the
anything.
fall.
Yeah, that's why
Makes
that's why
sense.
you send somebody out.
they
That-
found somebody
But I
who's
heard that like
expendable.
allegedly it wasn't like even like illegal. It's just kind of like they're like, oh no, like that's frowned upon
Well, I mean,
because of how he did it.
yeah. The thing about it was he and see then he sent out other
Yeah.
assistants. Like he would buy the tickets
But he didn't
and then
go.
give it to somebody
Yeah.
else. And basically, the person would just go and sit in that seat and take down all of what their
Yeah.
signals were, and then write down the play.
That's wild. That is wild. But sorry, go ahead. So
They've been doing it for like a decade.
who? Michigan?
Michigan.
You
Well, I
know,
mean, they've been doing it pretty much. I don't know if they've been doing it as long as Harbaugh's been there, but he's been there for what, 6 years? 5, 6
Again,
years, 7?
I don't follow.
I'd have to look that up.
closely.
all of a sudden I'm feeling guilty because for years I've been doing the same thing. I go take a seat, but it's usually at a Mexican restaurant, and I sit and write down all the things that look delicious coming out of the kitchen. I did not know that was illegal.
What technically what
he was doing wasn't.
I don't know if what they were doing was considered illegal, but it's
Yeah.
a lot of it ticked off a
Frowned
lot of
upon.
universities, and like other universities would tell other universities that were about to play them.
I think it's
Okay.
definitely going to start a new rule, if anything.
But somebody, who was it? Was it the? I don't know if it was the Horned Frogs or if it was somebody else, but somebody basically just got them destroyed because they switched up their signs. I can't remember the team. I hear stuff,
I
but
think I
my
know what you're
brain
talking
only
about.
works at like
Somebody was talking
25%.
about that yesterday.
I'm just going to be honest. If I'm going to go to a game, somebody's going to give me a ticket, and they say, Greg, we need you to pay attention to something the entire game. It better be a cheerleader, okay? That's all I'm saying. Because
Dude, we can't even pay attention to what we're doing here.
I know,
we get so lost in tangents that
He literally was like, the first Giant Killers was, and I was like, oh, they're in trouble.
to all our listeners, all we're saying is thank God there's not somebody over there like Olaf or Jorgen holding up some shiny keys and shaking them because we, you know,
Squirrel.
yeah, squirrel. All right, here's a better question. We've all seen college football.
Wait.
Wait, what's that?
Charlie has to finish the Giant Killer story.
Oh,
well, I mean,
my apologies.
No, I was talking about I never got to say my 5.
Oh, that too.
Actually, let's go
Well,
ahead.
the Giant Killers is they're,
All
they're
right,
fun
ready?
to watch. Well, you already know my number 1. I'm already decked out. It's got to be Georgia. Georgia is
That's your number one.
Yeah, I mean, consider that what my team has gone through for the last since the 80s till now. Yeah, we're happy.
Yeah,
Bulldog fans are happy. But let's see. Actually, FSU, of course. I actually grew up being an FSU fan.
really.
Besides Georgia, I was
FSU is Florida
State.
Florida State.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Seminoles.
Yeah.
I actually almost went to college at the University of Miami. I almost went to the U.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, back in like one of my friends growing up was a big Miami fan, and I went to hung out with him, and all he ever talked about was Miami. So
It was just stuck in your head.
yeah, and I actually almost went there. I just didn't. I
Never followed through.
no follow through whatsoever. But I could have gone to school there. But I'm glad I didn't, because Miami in the 90s, I'd be dead. I'd be so dead. But yeah, it was yeah. So what I say? Georgia, Miami, yeah, FSU. Funny enough, if I can, they're hardly ever on TV. But North Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. They're like the Green Machine, but I played that team in NCAA years. I don't know why. I have no idea why I chose
that
them.
One team that you're just like, yep. They're there.
Just choosing them, and it kind of stuck. I don't have any like their merch or anything like that, but I just always
they're just in your heart.
Yeah, one of
just a
those
special
teams.
spot.
One of those teams. And let's see, number 5. I mean, because I don't really watch any. Like I'll watch games. Not really a Clemson fan. Not really. I mean, I guess I like watching teams lose.
Oh.
But
oh no, that's an interesting twist I didn't think of.
Yeah, because I mean, like I can watch Alabama. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But I can watch them. This year they're not as much as what they've been in the past. Their quarterback is that dude hit another gear. That guy is fast. So he's fun to watch. But yeah, teams. There's a lot of teams I like to watch lose. I love to watch lose.
Well, let me ask you this: have you ever gone to
watch them lose a lot? So I still watch them.
Have you ever gone to a I forget what they call it, a team day where you go and meet the people on the team?
No, actually, no, because I mean, I go to games, but they do the dog walk, but I've never actually gone to a dog walk.
Well,
I've never been to a dog walk.
You got to get there early.
Florida State has a fan day, and my buddy Steve, who's a huge Florida State fan, Steve, love you, buddy.
Hi, Steve.
Oh yeah, Steve's awesome. Scuba Steve and I went to Florida State fan day, and I took the little helmet so I could get Bobby Bowden's autograph. And at the same time, they give you a photo opportunity.
Oh.
And you don't get to have somebody stand out there and take your picture, make sure. What it is they move you along in a line. You get up behind Bobby Bowden. He signs something for you. They take the picture with your camera and they go, next.
Cattle call it.
And this is the picture that I got.
Pretty?
Okay. Now, for those of you who can't see, right when they were taking my picture,
God,
somebody
you look like a baby.
Yes, I was about to say.
Somebody goes, Bobby, and he looked up. So that's why in this picture it looks like Bobby's going with me standing there going, who farted?
I'd be so impressed.
Yeah, but
amazingly,
amazingly nice man. Was so very polite.
That's awesome.
And that's why I love teams like Georgia, because of the Dooley era, and because Vince was such a statesman for the school and the program. Bobby Bowden was the same way. It's always nice to have something like that, because not every college gets that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially considering like nowadays, like because how long do you think Bobby Bowden was there? I mean, Vince Dooley was at Georgia for.
When was Jesus born again?
I mean,
because I'm thinking it was the day after Jesus. Had to be, because
I mean, and you wouldn't think about it, but a lot of these universities have had football programs since since before they're like
since they had the thin helmets, the little what was it, the
leather helmets,
some of them
the leatherheads,
like 1900s.
That's crazy.
Think about how many people might not even know who Bear Bryant is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Bear Bryant was a amazing coach for the University of Alabama, and I think he used to have this houndstooth, kind of looked like that pattern they always wear. Very distinguished gentleman, very intelligent.
It's like
very powerful coach.
Yeah, it's like Coach. What was it? What was his name for UCLA? The basketball coach, Wooden. No, there's been a lot of coaches over the years that have just like they've been the hallmark of those universities. Bobby Bowden was FSU. You just don't get that anymore.
Yeah. So I have a question then, talking about like coaches.
I'm ready for it.
What do you think is more important to like a football program? Would you say like the head coach or like the team itself, like the talent of the team?
Well, I mean, that goes to...
We got to give her another 5 for that. That's a damn good question.
Did I make 50? Let's go.
Well, a lot of it goes to the actual... Go for it.
The 5 points. Because
See, I would have to say the coach. I would have to say the coach, because you can have as much talent as you want in any program, in any team, but if you don't know what to do with it, it doesn't matter. And I feel like just watching my brother play different sports and seeing him on different fields and going to different
Yeah, I mean, look
things
at
with
Texas
family.
A&M.
Yeah, you can have,
Well,
again, you can have all the talent in the world, you can have
University
all
of
the
Colorado
names.
had I who would have thought Deion Sanders was going to make a damn good coach like that, and it turned out
and then
great.
like that, like vice versa. So you can have a team that's really, nobody thinks they're going to be the underdogs, but if you have the right coach who knows how to use their strengths and their weaknesses,
Deion already
he
did. He did well at Jackson State. So I mean, turning it around.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
He did. He did really. I think he only had 2 losses the last year when he was at Jackson State. Then then he goes to Colorado. But like, I mean, sorry, I like to poke fun at Jimbo Fisher because I'm not a fan.
Oh,
but I mean,
hell yeah! I used to love Jimbo, and then he deserted us, the bastard. So,
but I mean, he won. But he won.
Now he gets what he damn well deserves.
He won. He won a championship at FSU, but he also had a really good college quarterback. Sorry,
yeah, if you have some of the best players through your recruiting, and you're even, let's just say this: if you had really good players and you're even a mediocre coach, the effect can be great.
Yeah, but typically a good coach is going to bring great players, or a great coach. I mean, you look at Saban, and he's had he's sustained it for a long time. Rick's doing it at Georgia.
Well, what was the guy at Clemson that was recruiting so well for? Is his name Bobo or something? Or
no, it's oh God,
can't remember. But they, it goes in waves. You get certain schools that really have great recruiting drives because of how they played.
Yeah.
Well, also their defensive coordinator that they had for so long, and I mean they had a great defense, but great defenses can only survive if you have an offense that can do anything. I mean, Iowa is a perfect example of that. They have a really good defense, but their defense is on the field for 75% of the game because their offense can't do anything.
Absolutely. The Kansas Jayhawks used to be like that. I used to watch them for a while, and they had a great defense, but you had to have the offense on the field long enough to give them a break to do their thing. So
yeah, we'll see a lot of, and this is college football is changing now because of the NIL.
The deals.
All that has changed because you had your
Charlie is just going for another 5 points.
You have your Power 5 conferences, but you have all these. A lot of it now is if who went to your college and is willing to be a booster.
Yeah.
And if your boosters have the money and are willing to do it, you can compete at a whole. And it's not just like Alabama's getting the talent, Georgia's getting the talent. It's getting spread out so much more than it was. But it's also a little bit of the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Because you just have, I mean, there was a kid supposedly who was trying to go to Florida, and there was some, like, the kid was going to get paid like $12 million. And he had never played a down in college. So, but.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute. I understand that pro athletes get paid an exorbitant amount of money.
Yes.
For their talents, their likenesses, and all that. Number one, they get paid for being on the field. Number two, they get paid for endorsement deals and all those things. And thank God, because that way we get to see.
But the NFL is not guaranteed.
Yeah,
the NFL is the only league where it's not guaranteed.
Right. What is not guaranteed?
Their contracts.
Because they can change like in a heartbeat.
Yeah, well, I mean, basketball's guaranteed, baseball's guaranteed, even if you get hurt.
Yeah.
But you get hurt in the NFL and say it's you're going to miss a year.
Yeah.
And you weren't the the player at your position, they can save that money and you're gone. I mean, they still have to pay
a certain amount.
So,
but the whole thing's not guaranteed.
How about for college? What that seems like a lot of money to go to a college athlete that hasn't finished that sports development and had the mindset. You give that kind of money to somebody, if they don't have the responsibility, is it blown before they ever hit the pros?
Well, I mean, you also have high school students starting to get NIL deals.
And I'm just going to say I'm against that. Completely.
Well, I mean,
really.
Well, it's.
See, I look at it a couple of different ways. One, as being a dancer and seeing that you can get a degree in dance, which doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. but still that's a career path. Sports has now become a career path. There's so many ways you can go around it. I don't understand why it's not a degree. Some people pay like sports management is like the degree for that, but those children from a small age are giving up so much of their time. If they were going into that same amount of effort and time into carpentry or into any other skill,
but
they would start making money at that age.
But a lot of it too is you have so much. It's hard to actually like grade the talent, because I mean you have what they call the 5 stars. You have your blue chips,
and
your
the
5
stars
stars,
are
4
ridiculous.
stars.
They don't make sense.
Well, they only give out, I think it's like 25 to 30 of them for our high schools. But think about how many high schools you have in one county.
And it's hard to tell too, because I agree that there's it's definitely hard to track, but as far as them making money, so much money is also coming in because of the talent that they're showing and because of the effort and because of the hours that they're putting in. I think it's fine for them to be getting paid.
I think it's cool that they want to devote that time and show that they're going to be there for the future things in the college and pros. What I would rather see happen, rather than having kids start getting corrupted in the end of junior high and high school years, having their brains corrupted by dollar figures, wouldn't it be just a more noble idea to say, okay, you are a top athlete, you are the top in whatever you're doing, whether it's football, basketball, sport, whatever sport, anything. Instead of giving you money, what if it gave your school money? What if it gave the whole school resources?
Yeah, but the state already does that to some degree.
And then it's how is it allocated? Like you don't know where the money is going, how much of it they're using, and then the kids putting in that effort, it might be going to a completely different part of the program that they don't even see.
Yeah, and also you do have to look at the fact that some of these kids, they're putting their bodies on the line.
Yeah,
they're putting in that, like you said, they're putting in the hours for practice, for weight training,
and like a lot of those kids still run part-time, even full-time jobs, which is absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, that's what was happening. That's why the NIL went so crazy when it was allowed in college.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can understand what you're saying, Greg. It's just, it's one of those,
a gray area.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know how much money high school kids are getting, but I mean, high school kids they've been, checked out and everything. You've had kids move across the country to go to a specific high school because they get better coverage, they play better teams. I mean, that's been going on.
I was about to say, if we're worried about the corruption, like
I mean,
my brother was on a team in high school with someone from Mississippi. Like, how is he here? His family's not even here, but he's been living here for 2 years.
I mean, that's been happening for quite a while. I mean, they recruit in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, you have kids who are in middle school who get recruited for high schools.
Literally.
And I mean, plus they have 6 and 7A high schools now.
Yeah, that's insane.
And they're just funneling kids into these places. And then you got to think, these kids are trying to play this game to their utmost and then get into a university where they're having to go against how many other kids.
Yeah.
And now you have the NIL and you have these you have the portal where you have these kids, they may not even play it down at at that college that initially recruited them. And a lot of them, there's like 2. I know there's a quarterback. I'm not going to say his name because I can't think of it actually. He's been in college now for 5-6 years, and he's on his 4th or 5th team.
Yeah. I think it's already been a business for a lot of these kids. So now it's just like getting paid.
Players would get handshakes and
they've already been receiving this money.
Yeah, that envelope gets slipped into your hand, or a little bit of money or some keys or something.
And that's why I think we're safe to say that no matter what sport it is and what kind of athlete, as long as money's involved, there's a great chance for corruption.
Well, that's true. But you also got to look at the fact that the NIL is also, I know we're getting a little bit away from college football, but the NIL has not just done money for football players. you have to look at some of the female basketball players.
Yeah,
There's some volleyball
Yeah.
players out there that are.
I think in ways it's leveling the playing field a lot.
It's doing it more for it's a little bit more over the entire, it's women are getting it. Like,
definitely for the programs that usually or might not receive.
I don't want to say her name because I don't want her to sue us or anything. But I mean, I've heard her name. But there's the LSU gymnast who is the highest paid female athlete in the nation. And that girl she's gotten commercial deals. She's been on national TV for commercials. I mean,
it's definitely bringing.
And you know what the greatest part about her is? We don't want her to sue us.
Please don't sue us.
Please don't sue us.
But I mean, and there's other players like I'm gonna go ahead and say his name because I love him. Brock Bowers. He gave up because the school gives out NIL deals.
Yeah.
It's not just coming from outside sources that sign commercials and whatnot. The school gives a portion to every player. Brock Bowers gave up his money to go, so portions would go to other players that weren't getting.
And I think that's
very cool.
That's an interesting point because even though a portion might go to each player, they word that very carefully because that portion might be put into not actually like a payment check, but like a scholarship. So they're not actually receiving that money.
I have no idea.
Yeah, and it's looking at that process and like going through that with my brothers and like some of their friends, and it's very interesting how they word that too. But when they have their own NIL deal, then they're able to just receive that because not all of those players have full-time rides.
No,
not all of those.
Yeah, because you only schools only have a certain amount of scholarships.
Yeah.
All right, so now I've got one of our standard crazy what we like podcast questions.
Ready.
Go ahead.
Let's say we're going to that famous What We Like podcast island. Yeah, we always say if you're on an island in the middle of the ocean and you can only have, if you could only have one kind of football, are we going to pick pro football or are we going to pick college football?
College.
Okay.
I already said in a previous episode, I kind of got off the pro train after the 20.
Okay.
What would you choose?
I'm the only one that would have to think about it. I don't know. I'd like to say pro because I love the Falcons, but like I said, they're much like the McRib. I know what it tastes like, and it always ends up disappointing me. So I would probably go with college as well.
See, I'm one of those annoying Georgia fans that people bitch about.
Really?
Yeah, because I get into it. I yell and scream and everything, and like even if I'm at home by myself or that. Some friends,
mom's like clapping. She's like, "Good job, boys! Good job!" Like, they can hear you.
Yeah, I'm
they
like,
can hear you.
Come on!
I literally have a friend who is probably the most annoying Georgia fan. If it's,
I was gonna say,
no. Let's just say it was 2nd and 1. Okay, and they make it on 2nd and 1. That's the reason why we should be national championship every year.
Oh.
Well, no, that's not me.
now, conversely, let's say it's 3rd and 48.
Okay.
Something went horribly wrong. It is now 3rd and 48, and you don't make it.
That's Bobo's fault.
Well, no. He'll come up. Well, that's just another reason the NCAA is trying to keep them back, screwing them over with the referees. We'd be national championship every year if it wasn't for crap like that.
Well, see, okay,
that's the kind of fan that he is.
But I also I also don't understand college refs because they say there's an SEC team of refs, but they're at a Big 12 game. Like none of the refs for
I don't. What do you mean?
The refs have conferences too.
Oh,
apparently,
I didn't know that.
apparently,
Allegedly.
yeah. If anybody watches this and I'm wrong,
tell him.
Tell me. Email us something.
What we like PC at Gmail.
But
tell Charlie he's wrong.
Yeah, please. If I'm wrong, tell
For every
me.
person who can tell Charlie he's wrong, we'll knock a point off.
All right. Okay.
Tell us he's wrong.
You heard it.
It's on now,
folks.
girl. It's
I
on.
haven't said anything yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Okay. We'll see. I'm gonna start listening a little bit harder than that. No, I'm just
These points are on the line.
but if my understanding is correct of this, they have the refs are part of the conference too, but they don't ref their own conference. They ref different conferences. Like you'll have an SEC ref doing a Big 12 or a Pac 12.
So they can't,
whatever the Pac is.
So they can't, or they just don't.
I'm not 100%
That's weird.
sure. I guess that's something we need to look into.
I was about to say we should look into that. That's very interesting.
It annoys me about as much as Gary Danielson does.
Who's that? Oh, the eye roll.
He is. I am not a fan. I am not a fan. He is an announcer. He's
not a favorite.
I am not a fan.
You know
Sorry.
what?
If you want to sue me, go ahead for saying I don't like you. But
no,
not them. You can sue me. I don't care, Gary. Bring it on.
No, take his mic off. Shut it off. Please don't sue us.
I said I don't like him. If he can sue me for not liking him, then I'm gonna get. Yeah.
I don't think he can sue you for not dancing with him, maybe. But you know what? Maybe we'll get Jorgen, if you could make another note. We want to find out about the refs and their different conferences, so maybe we can talk about it at the show.
I'm not 100% sure.
We should have a show about things that don't make sense, like those types of rules.
Right now, it's getting to a point where we need to say thank you to some other people and wrap up. Does anybody know who those people are we need to say thank you to?
I have an idea.
Shoot.
Really? Who do you think
Rock
it is?
and roll.
No, I'm going to wait. Because if not, then I don't want to say it.
I want you to go ahead. Who do you think it is?
Is it the Sweets?
Yeah.
Yes, that is one of them.
We will always think that.
Segovia Sweet.
That's right.
It's Sweet Segovia.
It's Sweet Segovia Delicacies.
Delicacies.
The best delicacies in the North Georgia, and in fact, I'm going to say the entire Georgia area.
I would agree. I would agree.
She does a wonderful job.
Oh, amazing.
And she's a wonderful person.
100%.
And of course, because Charlie and I both shop there, we want to say a big hello and a thank you to.
I know what he's about to say. I don't shop there.
Do you shop there yet?
No, she doesn't. Go ahead.
It's Kritzky's Mystery Can Depot. They have thousands of cans with no labels. What do you get?
The health department there.
It doesn't matter because, folks,
we like to shop there.
All cans this size used to be 49 cents. See this? No label. This could be SpaghettiOs. This could be nacho cheese sauce. Why does that matter? It doesn't, because it would both be delicious. Okay.
Can you open that and eat it right now?
It kind of make a mess. Do you really want me to?
What's in it?
How many points do I get if I get? That's the whole point.
10
we
points.
Don't know what's in it.
10 points. You just open her up and take
what
a bite.
What if it's cranberry sauce?
What if it's cat food?
We don't even know the date from when it's from.
They keep the pet food in a totally different thing. Oh, no, we do know. It is best before February 12th of 2025.
Yeah, we got a day or two.
So the thing is, all these cans used to be 49 cents. They are now 29 cents on sale. Oh. And these cans, the larger can that used to be 89 cents is now 49 cents. What is this? Could this be deviled ham? It could be. Could it be Brunswick stew? Beef stew? Could it be
I don't like none of that.
something that we don't know what the heck it is?
You don't like beef stew?
I don't like not knowing what it is.
What's wrong with Brunswick?
But that's
stew?
what really makes it a potluck dinner.
Whoa.
See?
Whoa.
So
are you going to open it?
All right, that's another one. We got to talk about
them.
Brunswick stew.
I'm trying to think if I've ever even had it.
Actually, this might actually be Brunswick stew.
How do you live in Georgia and not have Brunswick stew?
I will tell you this.
Georgia and I've not had Brunswick stew. That's how I do it.
We are getting her Brunswick stew. I tell you what, on another show, I'm going to feed her Brunswick stew, and I'm going to open a can from Kritzky's and eat it on there. The one thing I can tell you, Kritzky's doesn't have dented cans. They will not sell a dented can. That's why we love the people at Kritzky's.
Oh, so they're a little picky with it. It's a high class.
They are. They're a high class place, and they do that because they don't have labels. Of course, a shout out to Pete at Pete's Possum Pit. They're just right down on the other end of the shopping center from Kritzky's.
How often do you visit that place?
It just depends when I go that way on that side of town. Pete's a good guy, and he's, I think he's been good to both of us. He's even offered to throw us some free meals, but we don't do that. We don't want to exploit our popularity for free things yet.
No possums.
And of course, our new friend of the show, Premier Psychological, who specializes in the therapy and treatment of penguins. So if you're out there and have a penguin who needs therapy or treatment, Premier Psychological is the place for you to go.
Again, Bamboo Car Wash.
Bamboo Car Wash.
One in Dawsonville, one in Gainesville.
Do you know why we love Bamboo Car Wash so much?
Why?
Let me ask you this. Have you ever gone in somewhere and seen this? Panda. Hold on, I'll be with you in a minute.
Oh, like the customer service?
Hold on, I almost got high score.
That's me at work.
I'm kidding. They do not do that at Bamboo Car Wash. These are some hard-working people.
What?
They keep this place very clean. They have free vacuums, free window cleaner, free little towels, free bug juice.
Well,
they even have free air if you need to breathe. They have all the free air you can breathe.
I might need some free air.
And they have free smiles. So
they're clean.
And I will go this far. If you go to the Bamboo Car Wash and tell them that you are a fan of the What We Like podcast, they will let you get your car washed for regular price. That's right.
Yeah.
They will not charge you double.
Wow,
it's a good deal.
What a deal.
I tell you what, we're moving up in the world. That's always a good thing. We want to thank you for coming and joining us for this edition of the What We Like podcast. And again, if somebody would want to email us, does anybody know where that could happen?
whatwelikePC@gmail.com.
PC. And we know PC stands for podcast, but what could it also stand for, Charlie?
No, you go.
Let her pick one.
Let's see.
Yeah, mine was.
I'm scared.
Polish cumin.
What did you say? Polish cumin?
Well, it goes either way. So
I like to polish my spices before I use them.
Well, I'd like to polish that cumin. I tell you what, I'm gonna shine up the old garlic too.
We cook it tonight.
That sounds like redneck innuendo cooking shows. That's what we're doing here. No. So. But yeah, guys,
cooking show coming soon.
I thank everybody.
And our polished stuff.
That's probably what I would do with polish the cumin. You're like, what are you doing? I'm polishing the cumin like you told me to.
That's it. We're good. Folks, we have to go. We have a lot of cumin we have to polish. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Olaf Torgerson and Jorgen Halverson, the Norwegian producing and directing team.
Getting our music fixed.
Thank you to our first viewer. Thank you, first viewer.
Thank you.
Thank you to us for getting together. I'm Greg. This is the lovely Mackenzie. And that on that end, folks.
Still Charlie.
Still Charlie, you guessed it. We thought he might be Frank. He is not. He is a Charlie.
I was just being still.
Oh, that was very
I can't
cheeky.
sit still. I can't sit still.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
You go have a good day. Peace out.
Toodaloo.
We love you.